Hey everybody, this is Benny, and before I start recording my Let's Play for the week, I figure we would go over the loadout and workshop first. I did run into some people on Reddit who seem to be a little bit confused as to how it works, new players, and it can be a little bit confusing the first time around. So first of all, I just went through the character select, and the character select put me into this screen here where you can resume the last thing you were doing. This is an old game of mine. I just popped down there to see what I had down there quick. It performs really badly. I don't know if that has to do with the fact that it's a year and a half old save and there's been lots of updates. I have not had frame rate issues in my newer game. I start a new game. You can load and you can join a server. This is the loadout screen. You can go to that. Instead of going to one of these, you can just go onto the loadout screen, see the items that you have up on the station that are available for you to take down with you. Or you can see items that are currently on drops. So I have these items. I believe these are out on a mission somewhere. Finding that location now that it's been a year and a half would probably be next to impossible. I was out there probably trying to locate exotics, and I left this radar somewhere. I hate that I left that radar. It means I'm going to have to make a new one to hunt exotics with. The other items aren't that big a deal that I lost those, but yeah, it still sucks that I can't find where I put these. You can't recover something if you can't get it into a drop pod and get it back up to the station. But I'll leave it there in case one of these days I try it again. We have these next three. You can see that these are three different drops, or maybe it counts them when you call them down. I think it counts it when you call down a remote pod too. But these are items here that I have down in my current game that I'm playing. Full-time job. That's what I'm doing videos on right now. These are all items that I've dropped down there, and they're all recoverable. They're all right at my base. And say like when I'm done with this furnace down there, when I get a new furnace going on, or more advanced furnace, I'll drop this into a pod, send it back up, and I can have it available here for another mission. And then I have this here. This is just a backpack that I have right now on my open world game. And the reason I left that backpack down there is so I could demonstrate to you how to recover an item and then bring it to another mission. Actually, I don't need to bring that one to another mission, but I'm going to show you how to recover it and bring it back up here. And then I've got this new cot here. This is something that didn't exist back when I used to play before. So I've got this cot here that I want to take down to this game here. So I'm going to show you how to juggle things around like this. And hopefully that helps you get an idea of exactly how this whole process works. Now, a quick note that the workshop here, there's two parts to the workshop. If you're not seeing items that you bought in your loadout, it's probably because you didn't actually craft those items. You just researched them. Okay. Now you notice down here it says research cost 250 and crafting cost 100. So if I wanted this new suit here, I would first have to do the research to get it, which cost me 250 Ren, and then I would have to craft one for 100 Ren. Now, once you've done the research, you never have to do the research again. Like I've already done the research on these suits. If I want one of these suits, all I have to do is pay the 100 Ren crafting cost, and I can get another one. So if I lose one, not a big deal. I'm just going to craft a new one, and and there you go. I've got the new one to use in my next mission. One way to lose a mission or lose equipment would be to take it onto somebody else's server and then not bring it back with you, thinking, hey, I'm going to go back down. Or maybe you just quit out and leave your character saved on their server, and then you end up not being able to go back on their server. That stuff's gone. Unless you can get them to fire up that same game again and let you join it so that you can get your equipment back. So don't leave stuff where you can't get it unless it's stuff you're not really, if I'm going to do something like that, I'd probably bring my older gear with me. That way, if I lose, it's not that big a deal. It's not that expensive. Okay, let's get into this. We're going to go back to home here. So I'm just going to hit load. And you see here, I've got this old open world game. This is on my computer. It doesn't really differentiate them here when you're in the load. This was a mission that I had with a friend of mine. I could have items still stuck here, like I mentioned, and I wouldn't be able to get those back unless I could get him to get online so that I could resume this. And then I've got my server, my G-Portal server here, where I've got shows what items I've got, and it only shows the items you got on your current drop. there are items I could recover there that were from previous drops. I could send those back up. All right, so we're going to go and we're going to drop down onto this one here, and I am going to send this backpack back up. I'm going to show you how that works. So we're going to resume prospect. All right, and through the magic of editing, we have skipped all the load screens and dropped directly down to my old base. This is about 1.5 years old, and I noticed during my testing when I came down here that there was quite a bit of stutter. There seems to be a serious frame rate issue here. So if I look at this character, you can see he's got this this fancy backpack on here. All right, I want this backpack back. So I'm going to send this back up to the station. I do have a suit on. You can't take the suit off, but this is a special suit. The way you'd get the special suit back up is to actually go back up on your drop pod. So I've already got a pod called, but all you'd have to do in here is you're going to come in here and you hit request, and it'll bring down a pod. I've already got a pod out, so I'm not going to do that. You can also request equipment from the station. I just come in here. I'm going to drop things into here, and they will come down and land wherever, somewhere close by. You can see up in my compass up there at the top of the screen. That little pink indicator there is showing where my current pod is. So I'm going to run on over there. And I'm going to open this up. And what I can do then, I'm going to take the backpack off first. I'm going to take the backpack off. And now I can drop this in my delivery pod. And send it back up. Any of these items here I drop in there will not make it to space. They'll just be destroyed. So don't send things up in pods that are found on the planet. The only thing that should be going into your delivery pod or your drop pod are things that came down with you. So if you brought it down from the station, you can send it back up to the station, with the exception of a certain item, and it's pretty clearly marked in the description that you can't transport it, or there's a good hint on it. So anyway, I'm going to put this backpack in here. I'm going to send this back up to the station. Now, if you're fragile, don't stand right next to the pod. If you're badly wounded or something like that, it's going to knock you back and do some damage. There it goes. Launched back up into space. Okay, I'm just going to open this board here quick just to show you something. Request equipment. This is the items I have up on the station right now. These are the ones I'm talking about. If I send these down, this unstable power source, you can see it says used to power the IC001 extractor, single use, and cannot be returned to the station. They mean it. You can't return to the station. I can bring them down. I can drop them into my pod here, request. It'll come down to me. And they're used to power like these part of these extractors here for extracting exotics. But if you don't use it, while you're on the planet, you're not going to be able to bring it back up. It's stuck down there. If you put them into a cargo pod and try to send it back up to the station, it just won't get there. It'll be gone. So don't waste your time on that. I don't know if there's any other items that you can't send back up. I think most can be sent back up, but just so you know, that one can't be. All right, so now we're going to head back up to the station and do part 2. All right, select your character again. And now, if we go here, we can see that backpack has been sent up here. So now we've got this extra backpack. I don't need that right now, so I'm not going to send it back down. As you can tell, my character that's already down in this game already is wearing that backpack. So go home. And I'm going to go to my, I got it marked into favorites. Here's my server. And I'm going to join here. I'm going to enter my password. I'm going to go ahead and load. And this is the world I want to load here. And you can see the items I've got down there right now that we've discussed. You can hit resume. All right, so now here we are in my current ongoing game. For those of you who haven't seen this yet, because I haven't done a new video, here's the upgraded stone cabin. I've added a few things since then. We'll go over that in the Let's Play video. For now, let's skip right to bringing things down from the station. So I'm going to go to the board here. I am going to request equipment. And here's that new cot that I made. So I'm going to take this cot, put it in my cargo. See if there's anything else I need. I don't really see anything I need right now. I'm going to request that item. And there's the pod dropping down. And there's that new cot. Drop that in here. I'll leave this pod open usually, because if I find some exotics or I want to return equipment back, I'm just going to go ahead and stick it in the pod and send it back up. And that's basically how loadouts work. And I guess that's about it for this. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll see if I can't clarify for you or go out and find the answer for you. If there's anything else you'd like to see me do videos on in the future, tutorial-wise, let me know, and I'll see if I can't come up with something for you. I really appreciate your likes and your follows. That really helps me out. So until next time, Benny out.